Hey guys, what's going on? So I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a head start, coming up into Q4. So right now we are like 7 or 8 days into Q4, which is great. You're not seeing a big, influx in sales because people are not buying, all their stuff right now. They're still waiting for the holiday season to, come upon us. So it's only like 7 weeks away. So we are coming up to, Thanksgiving, to Christmas. It's the biggest time of the year for resellers. So I want to show you how you can make over $10,000, and this is just basic math, but I'm going to show you how you can make over $10,000 selling on Amazon through Amazon FBA. So what I first want you to understand is you need to have a little bit of money set aside to buy your inventory. If you don't have any money, whether it's cash or credit, how are you going to make any money? How are you going to sell that stuff? Okay, so have money set aside. I don't care if you're starting right now, start selling stuff on Craigslist, on Facebook, do a little yard sale, take stuff to the pawn shop if you have to, and just start getting some cash so that you can turn the little bit that you have into a lot more. So, like I said, I want to show you how to make $10,000. What you need to understand is that this method, I'm using basic math, so and you'll understand as I go through it, but you can make more than $10,000. You can easily make more than $10,000. I'm just going to show you the basic numbers and how I'm kind of coming up with $10,000 and all that. So first off, let's say you want to make $10,000 profit. Okay, you want to make $10,000. Let's say you're going to start on October 15th and you're going to go till December 15th. The reason I say December 15th is because anything after that, if you send in your last shipment like December 15th, it'll probably get there hopefully a couple days before Christmas, and hopefully somebody can buy a product that you sent in and it'll be there, like the day before on Christmas Eve. So, and we're going to do it in 8 weeks. Okay? So that leaves us with $1,250 per week is what you'll be making in that time frame. That's pretty much our goal. So how do I come up with this number? First thing you need to understand, not all your inventory is going to sell within the very first week. I'm going to say, and this is just based off my experience, when I target low ranking items, stuff that's moving quickly, it sells within a week. Okay? So with that said, I'm going to say 3/4 of your inventory is going to sell within the first week. That would be, toys, let's say under 80,000, shoes under 5,000, clothing, I'm not talking about clothing because that can be so construed, but let's say, home and kitchen, let's say you're under 150,000 or 200,000, tools, you're under 80,000 as well. There's so many things you need to understand, but let's say it's a fast moving product. Now your idea of a fast moving product is probably different than mine, so we're going to say 3/4 of it sells within the first week. There, 3/4 sells, and we're going to go at 70% ROI. Okay? So, with those numbers, in order to make that amount of money, we need to send in about $2,500 per week. That's actually a little bit high, but just for the video sake and number sake, we're going to say $2,500. So, $2,500. That's sent in. Now 3/4 of it sells. Have my numbers written down. $1,875. Okay, so you spent $2,500. Only $1,875 of it sold. Okay. So with that said, if only $1,875 of it sold, that means you still have $625 in inventory sitting of cost of goods sitting at Amazon. But remember, that's what sold. We still made 70%. Okay, so that is $1,312.50. That is what we made. That is what we made. This is the cost of goods. Okay, are you with me? So we add those two together because that's what you're going to get back. So add those two together, you got $31.87 $31.87.50. So in the first week, you're already up $687.50. Now, what you need to understand, and for those of you that are doing Amazon and you understand the process, have been doing it for a while, you probably understand that stuff, as soon as you buy it, it's not at Amazon, it's not already selling. No, it doesn't work like that. Usually you have like a 1 week lead time where you buy the product, a week later, a day later, you ship it off to Amazon, gets there, let's say within a week, and it starts selling. Okay, but then there's still 2 weeks that you have to start accumulating your sales and to get a payout. So just know, first week, that is what you are going to be getting back. Yes, you are not going to be getting that check every single week. It's every 2 weeks, but I'm just trying to show you the simple math, okay? That is the key. Okay, so month 1, or week 1, this is actually what you're getting, $31.87. Okay, so week 2, you can take that $31.87, let me, just a sec. And I'm back. Okay, so remember $31.87. I'm gonna get rid of this right here. Okay. If you need to see that again, rewind the video, watch it, or take a screenshot, whatever you want to do. I'm gonna get rid of all of this, and I'm gonna rewrite that number. So the number is written down. Okay, so now this is week 1. This is the end of week 1. Now we're going to take that number and go right into week number 2. So we got 3/4 of it sells. Okay, so that's going to be $23.90. $23.90 is what sold. That's how much of it sold. Now we're going to 75% or 70% of that times 70%. We're going to be at $1,673.40 roughly. Okay, add those two together. So we got week 1, $31.87.5. Week 2, we got, add those two numbers together, we got $4,063. $4,063. Okay, now we're going to take that number and go right into week number 3. So we got the whole thing. So you start again, 63, 75% of your inventory is going to sell. And so now we're at $3,047.50. 1,047.5 times 70% ROI. So we're going to make off of that amount of inventory that sold, we are actually going to make $2,133. Okay, add those two together, and we are at, this one and that one, we're at $5,180. $5,180. Okay, so heading into week 4, we're going into week 4 with $5,180. $5,180. Remember, this number right here, or to reach this number right here, we need to spend $2,500 at 70% ROI. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. So you're coming into week 4 with over $5,000. Now, how much have we made in these 3 weeks? If we add up that number, and it's not there anymore. But so what we've actually made in 3 weeks, what we made in 3 weeks is actually $5,118 in 3 weeks. That is halfway, not even halfway to your, or that's halfway of your $10,000. That's not even halfway of your 8 weeks. What you need to keep in mind, from October 15th to November 20th, Sales are not, they're not increased. They're not, people are not rushing out to Amazon or whatever to buy this stuff. This is just normal sales, okay? This is not the holiday season yet. Holiday season starts like the week before Thanksgiving. I don't know exactly when Thanksgiving is. Was it the 28th or 27th this year? So it's like, it starts like the week before Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving's always on the last Thursday of every November. So got Thanksgiving, usually like Sunday is when it starts, the Sunday before it starts, and you start seeing it influx in sales. And then day after Thanksgiving, a huge increase. You know, the whole weekend, and Cyber Monday, another increase, and then you see that all the way out through December 24th, and then 25th you usually have, you know, moderate sales. 26th it's usually increased, and it goes up a little bit from there. But I don't want to, you know, talk about any of that stuff. So what you need to keep in mind, you're already up, you know, $5,000 in 3 weeks. Okay. Now, again, you know, I understand the whole week to get stuff to Amazon, the checks and all that stuff. So if you add it up, that should be about where you're at. Obviously, there's, you know, costs involved. You know, there's shipping. So you got your shipping. You have your, say you have poly bags, you have boxes, you have labels, you have gas and mileage. You know, all that stuff. It does add up. So might not be at exactly $5,000 or a little bit over, but if your goal is $10,000, I guarantee you're going to hit it. Because if you're doing these numbers before the holiday rush, I guarantee you're going to be doing a lot better than that after the holiday rush and during. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Comment on this video. I understand the numbers are a little bit off, only because, you know, you got to take in consideration some weeks, not always 3/4 of your inventory is going to sell. And one of the things that I didn't point out, what happened to the other quarter of your inventory that didn't sell? What happened to that $600 some that didn't sell? What happens to this $1,000 that has not sold? What happens to it? It continues to sell, just not in the first week. It's like 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, a month and a half later, it starts selling. The beauty about this is you are not relying on this stuff to build your business to reach that 10,000. So once it starts to sell, and in Q4, a lot of stuff sells. So when you're not counting on that stuff and you just start seeing, hey, stuff's selling. I don't have that much stuff, or I haven't sent in that much stuff lately. It's still selling from the first shipment, the second shipment, the third shipment. There's still stuff that I'm selling that I sent in 6 months ago or a year ago. It still sells. You just sometimes have to wait for it. So again, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Comment below, send me an email, send me a message over on Facebook, facebook.com/homemade entrepreneur. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you guys on the next video.